Hello everyone, welcome. Today we are back in Enthusia Professional Racing with the drive the beautiful ASL, the Autoback Sports Car Laboratory Garaiya. Beautiful little car, very lightweight, mid-engine, naturally aspirated, inline 4-cylinder. Very nice. It's a Nissan engine, the SR20 VE, not the DE, but the VE with the variable valve timing. You also used in the Nissan Primera. Very nice engine. Let's begin entering some races with the vehicle. It unfortunately never made it to production, which is very sad, very sad. But it did get a racing version that was moderately successful in the Japanese Super GT, which is basically Japan's premier national GT-based racing series. And it had a moderate amount of success in the GT300 class. It did decently enough. But now let's make sure we give the road car a little bit of love. Give this some very nice victories, so we can kind of reminisce on what could have been. Oh, it has traction, so much traction. Not a whole lot of grip, so not a whole lot of acceleration. So it doesn't have a whole lot of power. It's only got about 200 horsepower, but it's got a decent amount of grip. Very neutral in the handling, not too tail happy like a lot of mid-engine cars are. Like, it handles very nice, very neutral in the corners. The car's gonna make me regret these words, but like, you know, it handles really very smooth for a short wheelbase mid-engine car. Like, you'd expect it to be more twitchy. No, this handles very well actually. If anything, it's got a slight understeer. I say that, and then it starts oversteering. No, it's smooth and controllable with the oversteer as well. And you can kind of use the predictable lift-off oversteer a little bit on corner entry to really kind of get yourself through the corners. Because it's got such great handling as well. It's just really good car. Through the Dunlop Bridge. All right, onto the front paws of the kitty cat. Nice and smooth. There we go. I'm gonna start braking right as we reach the curbing into the tight hairpin. Most rear-wheel drive cars, you don't want to take this corner in first gear because you'll spin your wheels on exit. Usually second gear is a lot better to take that corner in. Yeah, we're doing very well. Granted, the ASL, the Garaiya, very handling is sort of like the key stat for a lot of these tracks, because there isn't a whole lot of high speed areas. So having very good handling, having a car that can just really take corners at speed is really useful. There's a lot of trucks in this game. It's either for the permanent circuits, you basically have 4. You have low end steering, the one we're on. Supercar, which is a very tight, very technical Japanese track, very short laps, but very fun. And then you have the Nordschleife. And then you also have basically Speediapolis Ring, a fictionalization of Indianapolis. It's the same 2.5 mile low banked rectangular oval in both of those. Oh dear. A little bit of oversteer under braking. Try to trail brake just a little bit too aggressively. Able to pull out of it very nicely though. The ASL, it is such a good car. Now watch yourselves going over the crests, because we will understeer just a little bit. There we go. Now through backwards radion. Good. Very smooth. Very nice. In the 6th gear, hitting about 130, 140 before the bank turn. Decent amount of speed. There we go. Very good. Down in the 2nd gear, very smooth braking. This is still very early in the car's upgrade path as well, so it doesn't quite have the grip as a more tuned vehicle. But once this reaches like the level 7s to the level 10, this car can really be a force to be reckoned with. I'm surprised. I'm a little bit sad that I slept on this car so much, with it being a bit less bit less power. Oh dear. A little bit of oversteer there. Not too much though. Nice and easy through here. We have a very large lead early on as well. We probably could have entered the rear drive championship race, one of the RS events, one of the harder events. Like, I do like to kind of ease myself into the cars first thing on the stream as well, just to kind of get a good sort of baseline feel for how they perform. But this is handling beautifully. It's just got a slight understeer on throttle input, on corner input. But if you get off the throttle, it's got a slight tendency to oversteer. But it's otherwise very balanced, very good handling. Now into the back paw, the kitty cat. A little bit of understeer on corner exit, that's okay. Oh boy, little bit of oversteer. Gotta watch that going through some of these corners. Now onto the tail of the kitty cat. This car is handling very well the corners. It's done a good job. Nice and easy. Under the bridge, now through backwards radion. A little bit of off-course excursion, that's okay. The game won't yell at us too much for that. We should still be able to upgrade our vehicle after this race. Had a very clean race, very fast race. Victory and fastest lap, I'm imagining. I'm hoping. There we go, and across the line. Very nice, sub 3 minute lap at low end swing. That's usually the sign of a very high performance, very good performing car. Beating things like your Toyota Supras, your Corvettes and all that stuff. Very nice. And that should definitely be enough to level up to level 3. That should give us some more, some grippier boys, some grippier tires. Yes, there we go. Nice. 180 points. That should do well to help us with our ranking. Yes. Alright, we're gonna need to do really well in the next race, so get some really high amount of ranking points. Because otherwise, we're gonna fall down our rankings because that top bar we need to replace with basically 760 or higher to maintain or improve our ranking. And thankfully, we have the rear-wheel drive championship. And we actually have a okay, that Caterham is a very fast car. It's basically a super lightweight chassis with a high performance motorcycle engine in it. And it is dreadfully quick. It is terrifying to drive and it is terrifying to race against because that is a car that will attempt to kill you no matter if you're behind the wheel or in front of it or behind it. It is a very homicidal little tiny maniac car. Thankfully, Supercar is a very tight technical circuit, so if we can use the stability of the Garaiya to our advantage, as well as traffic, the other AI traffic, we may have a shot to beat the Caterham. Never mind. There it goes. Goodbye, Caterham. Alright, gotta get past the Mustang. Mustang's not that great in the corners. A little bit heavier. Right on my rear quarter panel. Alright, let's focus on trying to at least get a good second place. The Caterham on tight technical circuits is a very OP car. It is so fast. But even if we get a good second place finish, we should still get enough ranking points to prevent ourselves from falling down the rankings, hopefully. And for those of you that are confused in the chat, ranking points essentially it's a number. The number of ranking points you get per race is essentially 3 things multiplied together. It is the base number of points that is determined by what type of event you are in. So for example, this is an RS event, which is one of the hardest events. So that gives us, I believe, 500 points as the number. R1 gives you 200 points, R2 gives you 100 points, R3 gives you 50, R4 gives you 20, and R a novice gets you 10. Then it is then multiplied by the odds your vehicle has of doing well. So the slower your vehicle in comparison to the rest of the cars on the track, the higher the odds will be. So usually around 3.0 is things are being about equal. Vehicles are roughly equal performance, or you have a even chance of winning or doing well or not doing well. Because if you enter the one-make events, those are all 3.0 events. So the odds for every vehicle is 3.0. Then it is multiplied by a coefficient that is determined by your finishing position. So in first place, the coefficient is 1. In second, it's 0.6, I believe. Third is 0.4, and fourth is 0.2. So sometimes it may be better to come second in a very, very hard event than to come first in a very, very easy event. Despite the fact that the coefficient is a bit lower. It's a game that really kind of requires you to know the strengths and weaknesses of not only your car, but all the other cars that you're up against as well. And also encourages you to sort of outperform your vehicle and just place much higher against faster opponents rather than just going for easy victories. Which is really cool. It's a really cool concept. And that means even really, really, you know, battles for fourth and everything can still be very exciting and very rewarding, giving you lots of points if you're in a much slower vehicle than what the AI are in. Right now, we're sort of mired in second place. That Caterham, like I said, it is a very OP car. It is a car. Sorry, I had a little something in my throat. It is a car that is very, very, very quick, very lightweight. It weighs just a little bit more than half of the weight of the Garaiya, and the Garaiya already weighs less than 1,000 kilograms. Like, it is a very, very, very lightweight car. And it's producing about 140, 150 horsepower. So it has an absolutely massive power to weight ratio with incredibly lightweight chassis. Which means it's just very nimble as well. And it's just able to constantly change direction super quickly. It's able to go through the corners very, very quick. It is just a very, very, very fast car. Coupled to that, a very close ratio transmission, so it's got really good acceleration as well. And it is essentially a race car that is street legal, because it is a very lightweight, bare bones, no frills, high performance sports car. The only downside to the Caterham is that it has, one, it's very difficult to drive. It is a very, very difficult to drive because it is very lightweight. It's very easy to lay at the rear tires, especially if you get impatient exiting a corner. And also, it is not that fast in a straight line. Like, once you reach your top speed itself is very low. It's around 130 miles an hour as a top speed. As you can see, Supercar itself is a really, really good circuit for the Caterham. Very, 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 very tight, very technical. We're on the reverse version of the track, which in real life technically can't be raced on because the FIA, the global motorsport governing body, has only sort of certified this track to be run in the clockwise route and not the counterclockwise route. And that's due to just safety reasons. Different runoffs, depending on which direction you're approaching a turn from, will need to be reprofiled. Especially the runoff going into that tight hairpin at the bottom of the map. The other way, if you're going into it like the normal way, you're not going in too fast because you're coming out of a sort of a right, left sort of corner complex. You're usually coming from a fairly slow speed. But if you're coming at it from the reverse version, it is much more difficult to slow down as you're coming out at a much higher speed, closer to 110, 115 miles an hour in a high-end sports car. And there is, like you see, there is zero runoff. There is next to no runoff. If you're not careful, you can very easily run into the walls, and that's not good. We should have taken that in second gear. I don't know why I stayed in third gear for that. That's going to slow us down just a little bit on the run up to the Dunlop Bridge. And then a sharp left-hander afterwards. We're doing quite well, though. We're able to hold the rest of the AI at bay. Like, they're not really going fast enough to challenge for positions, but they're just fast enough to stay right in our sort of rear view mirrors. It almost looks like, if you look at the map, it looks like the Caterham is actually like very, very far behind. But no, by the end of this race, it will lap a good chunk of the field as well. Like, it is that quick of a vehicle. Like, it's already, you know, 30 seconds ahead of us. And is just steadily going fast. So, like, it'll easily lap 6th place within, like, the next 2 laps. And I imagine it'll start working through the rest of the midfield within, like, a lap of that. Within a lap of it, lapping 6th place. Like, it is that much quicker than everything else. I keep taking that corner in 3rd gear. I need to take it in 2nd gear. On one hand, I do want to minimize wheel spin on corner exit. But on the other hand, this engine itself isn't all that torquey. Most of this power comes from its higher RPM red line. So I don't have to worry too much about spinning the wheels at the rear. I'm still a little bit worried from the sort of in Thunderbird mode, because the Thunderbird was a very annoying car to drive. Very, very slidey. Oh, okay, you're diving. I'll give you space. I'll give you space. I'll get that position back. By all means. Another Nissan powered, another SR20. This one is the DET engine. It doesn't have the variable valve timing, but it does have a turbocharger, so it does make a little bit more power than us. Makes about 250 horsepower, whereas we only make about 200. So let's slither in right into its slipstream. Let's go for a late braking overtake into the tight hairpin. There we go. Very easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There we go. Very smooth, these hairpins. This is definitely a track that really tests your patience. You don't want to get on the throttle too early on these corners. You don't want to apex too early as well. You want to be very smooth and graceful going through the corners. Slow release of the brake, slow application of the throttle. Very smooth steering inputs. A little bit on the steer there. Shouldn't affect our run down into the hairpin now. And it's already 40 seconds ahead of us. And yeah, it is already past 6th place. You can see it now pulling away. It got caught up behind 6th place just a little bit there. Man, the Caterham is such a fast car. It's a vehicle that is not all that powerful. But on a lot of tracks in the game, it can easily compete with much faster, much more powerful vehicles like the Ford GT or the Bugatti EB110. A little bit off course excursion there. The game has yelled at us. Yeah, you can see it in the bottom left of the gameplay screen. If you see it sort of flash yellow, the Enthusia points flash yellow and decrease. It means we've gone off track. If it flashes red, it means we've hit an opponent vehicle. And if it flashes orange, it means we've hit a wall. And each one of those will decrease our Enthusia points, basically our hit points, our life, via a certain amount. Wall hits reduce your hit points the most. Going off course reduces it the least, but the going off course is sort of a tick over, very, very quick ticks over time. So it does prevent things like corner cutting and all that fun stuff. You do want to stay on the track. Oh, that Caterham is slowly catching up to the midfield. This race is a couple more laps long. It would have been we'd probably see the Caterham lapping us. We definitely abused the track limits just a little bit there. Stewards are probably yelling at us. I'm saying you cut the course. You have to give up time and get the position back. All that fun stuff. We did manage to finish second. That's good. Very nice. Alright, so 2.9 times 500, 3,000. Yeah, so we should definitely be able to get more than 760 points. If my maths are correct. I think my maths are correct. I'm a little bit tired today. I'm a little bit sick, a little bit under the weather. But I'm still having fun. I'm still streaming. Oh, so that is another thing with the game. When you finish within the points, you do have a chance to unlock vehicles that you haven't unlocked before. So we had the chance there to unlock the Cater MR500, but we did not. We did not unlock it because you do have a small percentage chance of not unlocking anything. And the less vehicles there are to unlock, the bigger the chance of not unlocking anything is. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, we got 870 points. That's good. That's very good. That's going to improve. Our rankings improved by 1. Okay, I'll take it. Let's see what the next events are. See what we have available to us. Our car is already at rank 5. Or at level 5. Ooh, the Dragon Festival. What are we up against? Corvette. Toge race versus a Corvette? Don't mind if I do. I don't get a chance to race you too much on the Dragon range. I usually try to avoid a lot of the duel events because if you come in second, you don't get any form of points at all, and it severely hurts your ranking. Alright, yeah, we're gonna lose out a little bit on acceleration on the Corvette, but we do have the inside line. Oh gosh. Not good. Not good. Okay. We have plenty of time. Let's catch up that Corvette. Come on, let's Tokyo drift this. Let's initial D it. All the Japanese drift scene, anime, manga, movies, and everything. Alright, easy going to the turn. Come on. Alright, we need to catch them back up. Oh gosh. Only downside is this, not that great on mountain passes, this car. Not really enjoying a lot of the bumps. I've mostly been using this on like actual permanent racing circuits. So having it on roads that are a bit bumpier and a lot of sort of side to side, back and forth corners and everything, is making this just a little bit trickier. We do have a shorter wheelbase, so we should be faster through. We should be faster through these hairpins. Come on. We're a little bit less than halfway through the course. And we need... Oh, okay. Car is being uncooperative. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, the car is being very uncooperative. We just have to focus on going just a little bit faster. Right up against the wall there. Wow. Downside is there's a lot of throttle off corners. I think I should probably be more half throttle application, because going completely throttle off is causing the oversteer. A lot of lift off oversteer in the higher speed corners. Yeah, no, we're not gonna be able to win this. That's my apologies. That's sort of a bit of a foregone conclusion. We did not have any chance of winning that. That's fine. We'll get him next time. Good. We're still within rank 50. That's very good. Very, very good. That means we can still enter the next RS event. Hopefully it's on a track that isn't just a mountain pass. Okay, it's on a wet course instead. And we're up against, okay, so up against a four-wheel drive, 280 horsepower sport sedan. We're in a very lightweight, mid-engine, rear-wheel drive. This is gonna be interesting. It should actually be a fairly even battle because the Subaru Legacy's got that grip. It's got that all-wheel drive power. It's got a lot more power than us, so it can accelerate out of the tighter corners much better. But we are lighter, so we should be able to go through the corners a little bit quicker. Only thing I'm worried about is the higher commitment corners, like the death chicane coming up. Alright, let's see. Oh, they're slowing down way too much. Slow down way too much on that corner. Isn't a really good place to pass them, though. Without causing major issues on your car. Alright, nice and easy. Alright. Going to the dry now. Use that extra grip for a split second. Pull ahead. Alright, we are on the inside corner now. Keep the momentum, carry our speed. Defend our line. Alright. Now let's pull ahead. Let's make sure they do not keep up with us. Alright. Very twitchy, short wheelbase mid-engine car on the wet, very slippery street circuit. I'm sure that is a match made in hell. That's okay. We would just have to be very smooth. Use a little bit of throttle through the high commitment corners like the chicane. Right, nice and easy. Watch over the bump. Watch over the bump, he says. Oh, we managed to hold on to first place. That's good. There we go. Better for catching the save. Yeah, the car doesn't quite like bumps. It's a very low slung, very lightweight vehicle. So bumps and other sort of rough terrain will be this car's Achilles heel. Use just a little bit of curbs on both sides. There we go. Yeah, as long as we can keep getting that corner right, we can stay pretty far ahead of the Legacy by getting the dash chicane just right. You just want to clip that mid corner bump is causing so much issues. Let's try to get it there. Let's try to get it right next corner, next time around. We still have 5 laps to get that right. Come on, there's not too many corners on this track. We should be able to master it. Easy, easy, very easy. Come on. All right, gonna brake just as it goes to tarmac, as opposed to the cobblestone. Slowly get back onto the throttle as you go through the chicane. Alright, nice and easy. I think we're trying to get on the throttle too early as well, and that's causing the car to become already unstable. And the bump just sends it completely around. That one's a tricky corner. That one's a very tricky corner. It's not as bad on the normal way around because the bump happens just before the corner, or just as you're turning into the corners. You can kind of use it a little bit to get a little bit of a slide going. Ooh, a little bit of slide on the exit there. Lost just a little bit of traction. That's fine. All right, brake just as we get onto the car tarmac. Curb. There we go. All right, nice and smooth through here. There we go. Okay. So yeah, we do need to take that corner just a little bit less aggressive. We can take that corner just a little bit more aggressive by kind of sliding in and using the traction gained going to the dry section to sort of correct the slide. Alright, nice. Cross the line. Alright, 3 to go. Let's pull even further ahead of the Subaru. Nice, very good. Oh dear, a little bit too much curbing there. Okay, we saved it. Yeah, I think this is definitely a car where you, in order to drive fast, you have to drive it slow. Because trying to overdrive this car will get you absolutely nowhere. Especially on courses where normally you're supposed to overdrive vehicles, the heavier vehicles. Nope, not here. Definitely not in the wets. And definitely not on the mountain passes either. Try to get a nice, very, very quick lap. Let's see if we can get it back into the 52-second range. Oh boy, a little bit too much curbing. This is, you got to treat this one more like an Indy car, not an Australian Supercar on the Surfers Paradise Street Circuit. There we go. Very nice. Alright, let's see. Sub 52-second lap time. 51, 52. Not quite, but it is faster lap. Alright, final lap. Let's go. I just barely tapped the wall there. I was hoping we could get just right up on the wall. Use as much of the road as possible. Alright, there we go. That managed to save it fairly good. Managed to save quite a bit of speed going through there as well. Basically made it a near straight shot. And then we buggered it. Okay, that's fine. A little bit too aggressive for that section. And a little bit too aggressive on the exit there as well. Yeah, that's gonna be a much slower lap. Now we still managed to win it at least. Granted, we were the favorite to win there. All right, let's see. I managed to get enough points to level up the vehicle. This should be good for, I believe, more tires. Yeah, more tires. There we go. Nice, very grippy. Lots of points. Good. Very, very good. Alright, let's see what the next RS event is. Because unfortunately, basically... Oh, Speedy Carnival. Nope. This car is not fast in a straight line. Not anywhere close to fast in a straight line. Now let's see what the Supercar Circuit Challenge is. Oh, we'll be up against some decent opponents. The Nismo Skyline and the Impreza. Both four-wheel drive monsters. So let's see if we can do this right. See if we can outperform them in a much less powerful vehicle, but more nimble vehicle. We weren't quite able to beat the Caterham. That's because the Caterham is a truly terrifying vehicle that even manages to outperform things like the SLR McLaren and the Bugatti and all that stuff on tight technical circuits. Alright, I got the... Oh boy. Okay, the AI is sometimes very, very smart, and that they will back out of very obvious dive bombs. Sometimes. Like that Nismo GTR could have probably attempted to force the issue, but there would have been absolutely zero road. Okay. Never mind. The Impreza did try to force the issue. Now let's get back right up with them. Carry some speed to the higher speed corner complex. See if we can't pass her on the outside. We'll have an inside line braking into the hairpin. Alright, let's get into the slipstream of the MR2. MR2's got about an extra 20 horsepower on us going down the straight. The Subaru's got an extra 80 horsepower. Oh boy, this is going to be very, very tight, very technical pack racing. Let's take a slightly different line, trying to go for the undercut. We need to pass that MR2 now. But they keep fighting for position, and they go for where I'm about to go, which does make things just a little bit difficult. Okay, there we go. We managed to get a better run out of that hairpin. I am giving you just a little bit of space. Do not abuse my kindness, MR2. The AI really likes to dive bomb into that tight left-hand hairpin. Alright, good. We're on the outside. Not quite. Come on. We got this. Alright, heavy braking. Slowly get back onto the throttle. Be very smooth. Alright, let's get back into the slipstream. This is like proper touring car racing, proper actual motorsport. Very, very good duel for the lead. We're able to outmaneuver the Impreza through the twisty bits. Impreza's able to power ahead on the straights. Not quite. Oh dear, too deep on the brakes. Oh, I thought I could make a lunge for it. And on one hand, we didn't lose any time. On the other hand, we didn't gain that position. Let's move that. Wow, very defensive driving there. Very defensive driving from the Impreza. You can almost see it swerve to block. Very, very late block as well. Alright, we're a little bit further behind now. Come on, nice and easy. Alright, we're about a second and a quarter behind. Alright, lap 4 is going to be mostly a recovery lap. Come on, carry some speed out of that corner. Use the track limits as much as possible. Come on, we've got this. Under the Dunlop Bridge, there we go. This is where we can get a lot of speed, a lot of ground on the Impreza, on the inside now. Come on, try to run a late block this time. Oh boy, they're dive bombing. Alright, they pulled out of the dive bomb. Good. Very, very good. It's tricky when you have a car that doesn't quite have as much power. I'm giving that Subaru a good run for its money, though. But unless we can get ahead and pull ahead before the back straight on the final lap, it is going to have an advantage because it does have that power. That back straight is where slow cars that are slow in the straights go to die. And this ASL, while it's sporty enough, it definitely does not have that power to really go toe-to-toe with the Impreza on the straights. So we need to get a good lead, an early pass, either this lap or next lap, and try to hold it. Oh, bad timing. They're trying to make a pass. Oh boy, come on. We're losing just a little bit of ground on the straight. Get back into the slipstream. Alright, we got one more lap to try this. Oh, we're right up on its tail as well. Come on. That should have been a good spot to pass, but that didn't work out. Oh boy, pass on the grass. That was a bit of a dirty move, but it worked. All right, come on. Get on the throttle early. Come on. Slowly gaining on us. It's in a slipstream. Half a second behind. All right, through the sweeper. Don't get greedy with the throttle. Use the curbing. Oh, yay. Well played. GG to whoever was driving that Subaru. That was a really, really close fight. That was nice. That was a lot of fun, actually. I love, even if I had lost, that would have been a really, really fun race. And when it's close like that, yeah, we had, oh, we had a lot of collisions with that Subaru though. A lot of bumps, a lot of nudges. Proper touring car style racing. Very, very fun though. Oh my gosh. I'm grinning ear to ear. Alright, let's see if we can get another race like that going. That was a lot of fun. Victoria Cup. Victoria Cup. Let's see. Up against the roof CTR. We could probably beat the Supra, especially in the tighter, twistier sections. The CTR might give us a little bit of issues with it being also fairly lightweight. Let's give it a shot. Obviously, this is very, very much in, very obviously in London. It's a lot of British roads, some tight technicals, some highway-esque. The start-finish straight is very wide, so it's very good to kind of get a pass going early. Downside is vehicles that are fast, then you can also really get an early lead. Hey, really? You're gonna go out that wide? I'm right next to you. Oh yeah, that roof is very quick. For those of you not in the know, roof, well, that looks like a Porsche, and kinda is a Porsche. It's not actually a Porsche under German law, because most of the body panels and everything on the roof were changed to be sort of in-house manufactured roof parts. It technically counts as its own vehicle, despite the fact that one could consider Roof a tuning company that tunes and heavily modifies Porsches. And that Roof CTR is basically a 911, but much that has been drinking nothing but protein shakes and slim fast, and running 20 miles every day and doing all kinds of exercises to strengthen the body. It's basically a 911 but faster and more powerful. Alright, watch ourselves through here. It's very narrow. Easy. Alright, we can probably go a little bit faster to that final left-hand corner onto the start-finish straight, because it does widen out quite a bit. If we use more of that road, we can carry more speed through there. Oh dear. Alright, a little bit of an off-course excursion. Come on, let's try to get back in front of that CTR. We're able to keep it within our sights until it gets to a straightaway. On the straightaways, it's much faster. But through the twisty bits, we can slowly reel it in a bit. Oh gosh, blocked with the brakes there. Come on, nice and easy, nice and easy. There we go. Alright, good. Alright, back onto the brakes, slowly coming around the tunnel curve. Let's make sure we go wide on exit, right up against the wall. Start braking just before the jump. You're gonna keep the car nice and planted over the crest, otherwise you will fly well past your braking point. And cars cannot brake when they're in the air. So even if the car can normally stop at a much quicker, much shorter distance, you need to brake a bit before the jump. Keep the car nice and planted and to keep the weight shifted onto the front wheels. Oh, that was actually really smooth. 40, 41, 42. Alright, so, oh my gosh, almost 142 exactly. And we're still keeping that roof, which has about 400 some horsepower, if I remember correctly. It essentially has double our horsepower and doesn't weigh that much more than us. We're keeping it within our sights this entire race as well. We can just see it up in the distance. It's been slowly pulling away throughout this race. But if we can give it a good run for its money, if we can make sure that it knows that we are indeed here, I'd consider that a win in my book. Yeah, it does gain quite a bit more time through the faster, higher speed sections. It's really able to put that power down. Big turbocharged roof. Right just before the jump. Oh boy, that was very risky. Inches away from the walls there. If you get that right, though, if you get those the high-speed corner complex right, you can shave a lot of time off your lap. But it is incredibly risky. Oh, managed to hit a wall there. Now let's see how far behind we are now. Probably about 7 seconds. Yeah, just a little bit less than 7 seconds. So not on the faster sections, the roof is able to gain quite a bit of time. So it was 6.5 seconds by the roundabout. But we do manage to reel it in, or at least keep it at bay through the second half of the lap, where you have a lot more corners. I say that we actually gain a little bit of time there. Nice and easy. Yeah, it is able to gain quite a bit of time, especially on the straight. Oh my gosh. The straight really allows it to pull ahead. Down to third gear. Come on. I want to get the car to turn in just a little bit. Brake just before the jump. Easy. Alright, down to third gear. Very nice, very smooth, the archway section. But that roof is still so much faster. Eight, 9, 40, 41. Very, very quick lap time there. Managed to really shave off quite a few seconds. And even still, that roof is it's gone, unfortunately. But we're learning the course mostly. A little bit of slidey bit there. Yeah, we can't quite see it when we go across the bridge anymore. It's gone just a little bit too far ahead. Ah, that's unfortunate. We were really giving it a run for its money though. The rest of the pack is so far behind. Supras, nah. Jaguars, nope. None of that matters. It's basically just two mid-engine high-performance vehicles. Okay, the roof is rear-engine, but still. High-performance vehicles racing through the streets of London. Very, very fast, very agile cars. Very nice. That was less nice. That was very slidey. We upset the balance of the car just a little bit too much. That was better. 40, 41, 42. Okay, so we're right around the 41, 141, 142 second minute range. That's not bad. That's not too bad. That's still reasonably quick around here. Right now, that roof is so fast. It's probably about 9 seconds. About 9 seconds ahead of us. All right, 8.5. It's not bad. Means we basically only lost about a second and a quarter a lap. Okay, now it's much further ahead. It's got that acceleration on that straight that really allows it to pull ahead. Still very, very good second place finish. We'll get plenty of points for that. Whoa! Okay. That's new. The rear end just went on me. Sorry about that. Alright, nice and easy. Through the chicane with our beautiful ASL Garaiya. The beautiful little sports car that unfortunately never made it to production. It should have, though. It's such a cool looking car. It could have been like basically the Japanese equivalent of the Lotus Elise. Man, it looks very nice as well. Kind of got that teardrop shape. Really, really cool. Just wasn't meant to be, unfortunately. Alright, let's see if we're able to win the CTR. Yes. Nice. Very nice. Okay, 469 horsepower. Nice. Turbocharged 3.4 liter boxer engine. Very, very lightweight as well. This is a reason why we are having so much difficulty with it. Okay, we level up the car some more. Should be, I think we'll be getting more power now. Yeah, more power. More power will be very useful. Plenty of points as well. Very good. Nice, nice. Alright, we can definitely enter an easier event or have a riskier event and fail to make points this time around. Ooh, the ultimate match. Winter Traum. Yeah, I'm sure a lightweight mid-engine car would do really, really well in the snow. Think of the lightweight two-seaters. Yeah. Alright, the Japanese car limited race. Let's see what we have here. Let's actually try to win a vehicle. Let's see if we can't find a race that has vehicles that we have not unlocked yet. Nissan Silvia case. Possibility. And a limited race. Let's see. Nope, we have everything there. The Sun Challenge for construction 2-liter race. Under 2-liter race. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, the 180 SX. Let's race there. Let's race here. So this will be sort of an easier event. But thankfully, since the event we're replacing isn't counting towards our ranking points, because it's only the top 9 of the past 12 events. It's almost like the old Formula 1 drop score point system, if you're familiar with that. So that means your ranking won't absolutely tank if you have 1 or 2 bad races. But if you start having more bad races afterwards, then it'll cause some issues. Or if you want to change your vehicle and skip a week, you can do that without worrying about your ranking slipping. So it is smart. Plus also it accounts for things like very, very poor RNG where there is no events that can really challenge you. And so on and so forth. Alright. Let's get past that Evo. Much like the Impreza that we were fighting earlier at Supercar, the Evo is also a legendary rally car, very, very famous in the WRC in the early 2000s and late 90s. It did win a couple of World Rally Championships, especially under the guide of Tommy Makinen. Very, very famous, very fast Finnish rally driver. That's why there's some very, very special editions of the Lancer Evos called the Tommy Makinen editions that have the black stripe on the side. Really, really cool. Very, very, those cars are very, very valuable, very rare. But very nice. Alright, come on. Dive bomb! Alright, that Evo, we're having the same issue as we're having with the Impreza, where we can easily pass it on the corners, but it is just a little bit too fast on the straights. That beautiful, I think that's an Evo 8? After the 7th evolution, the 7, 8, 9, all of them kind of blend a little bit together. It's a lot more difficult to tell them apart compared to the earlier Evos. The easiest one to determine is 4 and 5 because those are the most distinct silhouettes. I think that's an Evo 7 or an Evo 8. I don't think it's an Evo 9. Evo 9 came out a lot later. But still very, very fast, very high performance vehicle, very good on the handling. Like I said, it is a rally legend, and even the street version is still very, very popular amongst, you know, time attack, people, tuners who do time attack, you know, street racers, people who do grassroots from rally racing as well. It's very, very popular for all of that. So even though the Evo hasn't been around for almost a decade, actually I think it is a decade now. So I think they stopped production in 2012, I believe, of the last Evo 10. The Evo is still immensely popular in the import scene, and it's a Japanese legend. Very, very nice car. The 4G63 little inline 4 turbocharged motor. Very nice. Very, very high power. Oh boy, easy. There we go. We're having a little bit easier time in this race than with the Impreza, partially because even though the vehicles themselves are the same, the harder the races, like the higher the ranking of races, like, you know, RS versus R1 versus R2 and stuff, the higher the rank in the races, the faster the AI go as well, because usually the vehicles themselves are either more higher level up, even if there's the same vehicle, or the drivers are a bit more aggressive, or a combination of the both. So with this being a lower ranking race, this will allow for an easier victory as well. That's why also we're not having as much struggle with the Evo compared to the Impreza. Very smooth drift under the Dunlop Bridge. I wish this game had a photo mode. It'd be really, really cool to get some pictures of your cars in the heat of the battle. That's one thing I do like from later racing games is the addition of photo mode. You get to see your vehicle, and you get to take pictures and share your vehicle online and amongst your friends and your peers and everything. Really, really cool. And that is always a really, really cool feature. I like photo mode in a lot of automotive games. I like having pictures of my cars. I just have to deal with screenshots in the menus for some of these older games. Nice hydrate. Get some water. Alright, let's see if we're able to win this S13, the 180SX. Yes, we are. Good. Very nice. Beautiful 2-liter SR20 DET engine, making about 200 horsepower. Very, very cool. Another Nissan-powered brethren added to the stable. Nice. The vehicle is even lighter now. Very good. That should help with a lot of acceleration and braking, cornering. Yeah, ranking has been maintained. That is okay. All right, now back to some of the more difficult events. Let's try to get some points. Garaiya is already at level 8. King of the lightweight 2-seaters. Yeah, we'll be up against 2 super light R500s. We've seen how fast they are. Absolutely not. Ooh. Ooh. This is gonna be a tough race. Let's do it. The Audi TT makes it so that the race is, it makes it seem like the race is weighted in our favor. But considering the fact that we're up against an M3 GTR, an R33 Skyline, a Jaguar XKR, and of course a more modern, very, very high-powered roof, we have our work cut out for us. We're on the legendary Nordschleife. Over 140 turns, over 12 miles long. Lots of twists and turns. This is a track that is basically used as sort of the hallowed ground of vehicle testing. And if your car can run a fast lap here, that means you know it's a very, very good all-around car, because you need speed, you need acceleration, you need good handling in the fast corners, good handling in the slow corners. It's crazy that F1 used to actually race on the Nordschleife, like the full Nürburgring course, up until 1976, I believe. Yeah, 76. So that was the year Niki Lauda had the infamous accident on the Nordschleife. Up until that point, Formula 1, during the 70s, one of the most dangerous periods of motorsport in Formula 1, was racing on the Nordschleife. There's a reason this track is called the Green Hell. Because, one, there's a lot of foliage, a lot of beautiful trees. It is very pretty. The Eifel region in Germany, very, very pretty. On the other hand, though, this track, if you are not careful, is very dangerous. There's a reason that the fastest vehicles nowadays that race on it competitively are GT3. And even then, there are talks about how GT3 cars are getting too fast for this track as well, because they're becoming too downforce dependent. But oh my gosh, it is so much fun to drive around. Just because you can really kind of get into a rhythm, a groove with this track. You can kind of vibe. It's almost like taking like a back road as opposed to being on a racing track. Just sort of race around sort of farmland and everything. Very, very fun. Okay, we should probably brake a little bit earlier there. Alright, through the S's. Slowly get back onto our throttle. Try not to use too much curves, because the curves will upset the car here. We're actually managing to hold on very well. We have two other very, very high-speed sections that BMW and that roof may cause us issues on, because they have considerably more power. The M3 GTR is what I call an homologation special. Basically, it was designed entirely to be able to allow a racing version to compete in motorsports. They created basically a specially designed V8 engine for that, and basically dominated the GT class of a lot of early 2000s sort of endurance racing. Very, very fast. They dominated American Le Mans Series. They dominated the European Le Mans Series. It was very, very dominant vehicle. Ow. Hey. I'm a little bit upset about that. I'm a little bit angry about that. We got rear-ended pretty hard there. Granted, I was meandering a little bit on the racing line, so part of that is partially my fault. I will accept partial blame, but they just came in like a torpedo. They took the saying "if gap car" very literally. All right, let's see if we can catch back up with them. This is gonna be a tough one, especially because we're going on to a high speed sort of section, very high speed section, and that V8 of the M3 GTR is very powerful, making about I believe the street version makes in the upper 300s or lower 400s. As far as the RGT isn't closer. The RGT is the one I was expecting to really dominate, but that one isn't even all that close to us. We can still see the M3 GTR. Hello there. Hope you're doing well today. Welcome to the stream. All right, we need to catch that M3 GTR. Very fast car. You're familiar with the M3 GTR. Yeah, good. I'm doing pretty good today. I'm a little bit under the weather, a little bit sick, but otherwise doing good. Okay, good. We're back on the twisty bits. This should allow us to catch up to the M3, especially to the Carousel. There's gosh, this is not Gran Turismo. This is a different game. Granted, this is also what can be considered a Gran Turismo clone. It's a racing game called Enthusia Professional Racing. It was a PlayStation 2 exclusive created entirely by Konami. And it does things a little bit different than Gran Turismo, but it's still a lot of fun. A lot of similar vehicles, a lot of sort of quirky, interesting, obscure Japanese cars. But it does have some other legendary cars as well. Got about a little over 240 cars, I believe. Somewhere in that range. It does things a little bit different than Gran Turismo, though. As opposed to having an actual career structure, the races each week are randomly generated. Okay, that was a little bit close. So the car I am driving, if I can get to a spot where the car won't try to kill me, and I can go to a different view. The car I am driving is the ASL, so that's Autoback Sports Car Laboratory. It's called the Garaiya. It's a mid-engined, lightweight concept car that unfortunately never made it in production. It was powered by a 200 horsepower Nissan SR20 series engine. And while the road car never made it into production, there was two different racing cars produced that were moderately successful in the Japanese Super GT series, specifically the GT 300 class. Very lightweight, very not a whole lot of power, but very good handling. Best way to think about it is almost like a Japanese Lotus Elise. Very nimble, very good handling for the most part. It doesn't quite like bumps too much, as I'm finding when I'm trying to go over some of these curbs. And especially as I found out throughout the carousel. Very slippery when you go over a bump too fast, or if you upset the car too much. But it's otherwise a very fun car to drive. I'm enjoying this a lot more. Definitely enjoying this a lot more than the T-Bird. This is a very neutral handling car. Very good, very fun car to drive. It can be considered similar to the Porsche Cayenne. Mid-engine, lightweight, two-door sports car. Yeah, it's similar. It's about that level of performance. Very lightweight, about 200-ish horsepower. Yeah, it'd be comparable to a Porsche Cayenne. Yeah. Wait, Porsche Cayenne or Porsche Cayman, I believe. I think the Cayenne is the SUV. The Cayman, yeah. It's a lot like the Porsche Cayman. We're maxing out at roughly around 160 miles an hour. Pretty quick for a car with only 200 horsepower. Alright, nice and ooh, gosh. Alright, high-speed braking is not this car's strength. Tomorrow is Friday, so you excited? What's on Friday? I mean, outside of Friday being there to start to the weekend. Alright, decent second place finish. That M3 GTR was very, very quick. Still, we managed to beat a lot of faster vehicles. Very, very good. Alright, are we gonna win nothing? Are we gonna win the Audi TT or are we gonna win the RGT? That's a TT. I'll accept that. I like the TT. I like my TTs. This is the 1.8 liter turbo. The 3.2 liter V6 one is also in the game. Both of them are very quick. They definitely punch well above the weight class. But the 3.2 one is a lot faster than the 1.8 liter turbo. Our ranking decreased just a little bit there. All right, let's see. What race can we enter now? We got the Japanese car limited race, Winter Trom, Lewin Searing, high speed battle, midship meeting. Ooh, we got the EB110. Its all-wheel drive will be able to really kind of allow it to push a lot harder in the wet compared to a lot of these other MR cars. We do have a chance of winning that Lotus Esprit. We could do the Japanese car limited race. I don't think there's any... Yeah, there isn't any Japanese cars that we haven't unlocked already. This is probably the most points we can get. So let's do it. Plus, we also haven't raced on Autumn Mountain yet this stream. And I really want to race on Autumn Mountain. So Autumn Mountain is one of Autumn Mountain and Autumn Circuit, or Autumn Hill. Sorry, Autumn Mountain and Autumn Circuit. Nope, Isaac. Autumn Mountain and Autumn Hill are two of my favorite tracks, if I can remember their names. Alright, go on the outside. There we go. And I remember Friday I'm going to play Xbox One, so my game is going to play Yakuza. Ooh, I've heard a lot of good stuff about those games. And you're also gonna play Midnight Club LA. Nice. Midnight Club LA is such a great game. I really like that one. I wish it had sold a lot better. There definitely needs to be another Midnight Club game. It's been so long since the last one. It's been over a decade and a half since the previous Midnight Club, Los Angeles. And I'd love to see Rockstar create another one. But right now, it seems like they're entirely focused on GTA and Red Dead Redemption as like the only two franchises. Which is a shame because Midnight Club LA had a lot of cool stuff. Do I like Yakuza? I am not, I've never actually played Yakuza. But I have heard a lot of good things about those games, the Yakuza games. But I've actually not played a whole lot of the Yakuza games. I probably should. Actually, I haven't played any Yakuza games. I need to play them though. I've heard, like I said, I've heard they're really, really good, really fun games, really cool characters. But basically Chrono Trigger was one of my first like non-Pokemon JRPGs, and I played that first time on one stream like a couple weeks ago. Like we finished it. I think it was last week we finished Chrono Trigger, and now we're starting Final Fantasy X, which is gonna be my second JRPG. But no, I definitely want to play that some of the Yakuza games as well. I've heard there's a couple of good Yakuza games on the PlayStation 2 that were released in English. Now I got a coworker that's really into like the JRPGs and stuff, and he's been trying to like give me all the different recommendations and everything of like all the different all the different types of games. Which Final Fantasy games are good, which ones to avoid, all of that stuff. So it has been sort of helpful. But yeah, no, I definitely want to play the Yakuza games soon. Sometime in the future, I need to get the Yakuza games. Midnight Club Los Angeles, it's a lot like GTA. Yeah, the Los Santos is based on LA. That's why it's a very, very similar. Plus with LA, you know, having a lot of, you know, crime culture as well as a lot of car culture as well. It's a good place to set an open world racing game, as well as an open world crime simulator GTA game. Like it's really good place at both. Yeah, it's like California. California does have quite a bit of car culture. You know, it was the birthplace of lowriders, and despite the extensive amount of regulations, thank you CARB, which is the California's special emissions testing regulations. Even then, with that, there's still quite a bit of street racing culture in California. So that's why you know these still get street racing games set there. Plus, also the weather is, you know, very, very good year-round, especially in like Southern California. Alright, there we go. Yeah, Midnight Club LA actually does have Hollywood in it. You can go past the Oriental Theater, and all that stuff like that. It's in the northern, semi-northern part of the map. Sort of northeastern part of the map. You can go past, like you can go down, you know, the main boulevard and everything. I think you can even see the Hollywood sign up in the distance. Yeah, you do have a lot of the sights of California and everything. And if you have the South Central expansion, you get the South Central area, which is more sort of inner city, more for lack of a better words, ghetto section. But it's still fun to race there. I don't understand GTA 5. Say Waywood, like I guess. Say Waywood. Oh yeah, Vinewood. Yeah, that's the in-game parody of Hollywood, Vinewood. Yeah, GTA 5 does have fictional Hollywood in it as well. Like Waywood and Hollywood, yeah. Yeah, GTA 5 does have a lot of the sort of the same landmarks and stuff as Midnight Club, but it's like I said, it's been fictionalized. And the city's kind of been squished down a bit to not take up like an absolutely massive amount. Because LA in real life is huge. Like it is the definition of urban sprawl. Like it is a very, very big, very wide, very vast city. It is a city that goes on for miles and miles. And so in order to fit that in a map that's fun to navigate, they do kind of compress it a bit for GTA 5. They sort of compress a lot of the locations closer together, so that, you know, you kind of go one block and you're in like a really, really ritzy district, and you go another block and you're, you know, in the ghetto, whereas in actual Los Angeles is a little bit more spread out. There we go. Very easy victory. Very good. Very nice. There we go. Very good. Managed to beat the skyline as well. So GTA 5, the GTA games in general are meant to be sort of a parody of real life. So they sort of, in order to better sort of distance themselves from the real life fictional areas, they do change names around a bit so they can sort of exaggerate it and, you know, make it more of a parody of itself than just copying it, making it a one-to-one copy. It also allows them to have a little bit of creative liberty with how they design the map, because then you don't have people saying, well, this isn't exactly like Hollywood. Well, it's slightly different. You still have some of the landmarks, but you do have a map that is better designed for the stuff, like the actual gameplay of the GTA games. Alright, let's get a competition car now. Let's see. Let's pull up the random number generator. We have 4 vehicles to choose from. Let's pull up the random number generator. There we go. And let's see. 2. Okay, so that is the Mitsubishi Pajero Evolution Rally Car. I can't believe that just like yeah, there's a lot of cool cars in the Midnight Club LA. Really, really cool. I definitely recommend the console version as well. The console version is a lot of fun too. You know what's really funny about the Pajero is that in a lot of Spanish-speaking, is it Spanish? It's either Spanish or Portuguese-speaking countries, they had to change the name to the Montero because Pajero is a slang term for someone who, shall we say, engages in self-love. The Midnight Club PSP I buy is the news play. Oh yeah, the PSP version has Tokyo. That one is really nice as well with Tokyo. But the cars and everything are very detailed, with all the in-game, you know, the interior views and everything in the first in LA. Very cool. All right, let's dial back the differentials quite a bit, like open them up a lot more, because this car, we don't want this car to be an understeery punk. All right, and now let's do some rally racing. Oh yeah, Tokyo Midnight Club looks like Liberty City and GTA 3. A little bit, yeah, because it's got you know, kind of got that very dark atmospheric vibes, very tall skyscrapers, very narrow roads. It does have a little bit of that, yeah. But it's still a lot of fun to race around. It's very good. In Midnight Club 3, that's where the map comes. Oh, technically it's from Midnight Club 2 is where the original Tokyo map comes from, and it's only been slightly updated for 3 and then the PSP version of LA Remix. But it's very fun. All right, come on, we're racing big trucks, big rally race trucks in the desert. Oh yeah, the FD3S, the FD3DS is really cool. It's actually fairly useful through most of the game in Midnight Club LA. Very maneuverable. It doesn't quite have a whole lot of power, but it's very maneuverable, and it has a lot of cool customizations for it. I quite like it. Though in Midnight Club LA, I like using the motorcycles a lot. So motorcycles are really quick, very agile. And if you're good enough, you can avoid their main pitfalls. Oh, you built the initial D version of the car. Nice. With the bright yellow paint job and the red Suns livery. Really cool. Yeah, I don't usually try to make the cars look exactly like, you know, how they do in the anime and everything. I usually try to make the cars look sort of how I would build them. I get to make my own liveries and stuff. It's still a lot of fun. Plus, also, if you make your own liveries, no one can say that it's wrong, because it's you can just say, well, that's how I envisioned it. Oh man. Oh, you built the Project D version. Nice. So it has all the extra body kits. Midnight Racer, good to see you. Hope you're doing well tonight. We're racing the Mitsubishi Pajero through the desert. Actual sort of rally raid style racing. Really cool. In America, we do have some rally racing. Oh, the Grizzlies lost. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that, man. So, there's always next game. Always next game. That's the mantra of every Splits fan. There is always next game. They just need to keep working on improving themselves, keep training, keep pushing as hard as they can. Hopefully they do well next game. But in the States with Rally Raid, we have the Baja 1000, the Baja 500, and it's basically a sort of a truck long distance rally race and everything. It is really, really cool. Watching like the on camera footage and everything. Seeing these big trucks navigate tight, twisty sections in the California and Mexico deserts. Really, really cool. The refs keep calling. Oh, yeah, it's always unfortunate when things are outside of the player's control. Personal biases on the refs, or just unfortunate calls can always. It's always unfortunate when the tide of the game gets turned based on something outside of the player's control. But with that, you just gotta roll with the punches. Just keep focusing on adapting to that, and hopefully push through. 'Cause you can't control the refs, but you can at least sort of adapt your playstyle to how the refs are currently predispositioned towards ruling in favor of. It's a Midnight Club. I was playing Nissan's FPOs in previous seat. Yeah, the Devil Z. Yeah, because the 280Z is also in that Midnight Club. That was a lot of fun to drive. I like to keep my 280Z sort of like the matte gray coloring. Do sort of a historic racing livery on it. Very, very fun. Joel MB. Elbow, Jen, Jackson, Shooting Face, Slice, and oh, that's dirty. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's usually good to try to keep your sport fairly clean, as clean as possible anyway. You show good sportsmanship, because when you do that, the other players will remember that. And especially with especially in like the ball sports where players get transferred fairly frequently, if you eventually end up on the same team as another one of those players, you can then have some very, very hard feelings. And now you got to look them in the face every day when you practice, every day when you train, every day when you got to trust them to make the shot. And they will still remember, hey, you were rough with me. And even if you don't get transferred to that team, you develop a rival with the player, they may want revenge if they can get it. And that's just an unfortunate circle of violence. So it's best not to start stuff in the first place, if you can. Data Minute Club Tokyo is just oh, the Trans Am's not in the Tokyo version? Oh, that's unfortunate. Just Trans Am's such a cool car though. It's not all that fast in Minute Club LA, but it is still really, really cool. You get to live out your Burt Reynolds fantasies being chased by the police in a high gloss black Trans Am. Get to pretend you have an awesome mustache. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend watching Smokey and the Bandit. Very, very, very great movie. Very, very, very enjoyable. So the NBA just doesn't want Memphis to win. Yeah, it's always unfortunate when there's bias and everything. Because usually you'd expect the officiating groups to be as impartial as possible. And it's difficult because you want people to be knowledgeable about the sport, and you want people to actually care enough to make sure that their calls are good, but you don't want people that care too much, because then you have the fanatics, the people that really are fans of certain teams, and that can sway their opinion on whether or not something was good or bad. It's a very tricky balance to hold. But ultimately, your role as a referee, your role as an officiator, comes first over any loyalty to any team, any player. And it's tricky. It's hard to do, because you may not even think about it. You may just be like, oh yeah, I like these guys. You look at them in a positive light. You may think, oh, that's unintentional, but you gotta be internally consistent. Let's talk about the Tokyo Trans Am. It's not in Tokyo, it's only in LA. Yeah, so you're not able to drive it on the Tokyo streets. That's a shame, because it'd be cool to see how the big muscle car would handle the tighter Tokyo streets. This is a really, really cool off-road course, by the way. The Mystic Caveway. Really, really fun. A lot of tight technical sections. But it's got a few high-speed corners as well. It's really, really cool as well. Having a, you know, a full-on, like, rally course inside of a cave. It's really, really cool. Like, they definitely did a really, really good job of designing a lot of these courses. Anyways, in racing news, Forza Horizon 5 is getting rally expansion in March. Yeah, I heard about that. That one's gonna be very interesting. On one hand, rally racing is always really fun. I do have a penchant for, I do have a like of sort of that off-road, high-speed racing. But on the other hand, from what I've noticed, at least from watching other people play the games, the Forza Horizon games have gotten more and more off-road focused as time has gone on. So you don't necessarily want more of the same off-road, like more of the same. I think if they make like a third DLC, something focused more entirely on like street racing and street racing culture, could be really cool. Like especially if they added like a lot more like drag racing sections or, you know, other stuff as well. More sort of urban and suburban sections could be really cool. But yeah, I can definitely see why people have mixed feelings about it, because it seems like the DLC in the Forza games, it's basically one sort of off-road-ish inspired map expansion and then one toy-inspired map expansion, and then that's it for the entire game. Yeah, the new car is always good. And the mechanics look interesting. Last proper rally appears in Forza Horizon 1. And that's true. The rest of it's more sort of like rally raid style events where you're just sort of going cross-country and going as the crow flies. Oh, so you have all your Japanese cars in Tokyo. Cool. Nice. It'll fit in with the car culture there. You get to do a lot of like the Japanese street racing and stuff. Really cool. I got a few more laps to go. We are managing to hold on fairly well to the lead. Done a really good job with this. We're lucky we should be able to level up the Pajero fairly quickly. And then can go back to compacts. Yeah, Midnight Club is better than Fast and Furious Circuit Drift. And Midnight Club is really, really enjoyable. And the Fast and Furious Circuit Drift PS2 game isn't all that great. It's got really cool cars, it's got cool customization, but it's not great at like the vehicle handling. If you do want more Tokyo-style street racing, though, I would highly recommend the Tokyo Extreme Racer games. So it basically feels like you're playing like it basically feels like you're part of like One Gun Midnight or Initial D, depending if you get the regular baseline series or the drift series. It's really, really fun. Yeah, the rally expansion. Yeah, there's already a lot of off-road sections, and I don't mind too much about them recycling a theme. Because, I mean, Rally is very, very focused, you know, it is something that could really do well in like an open world motorsport style racing series. Like that is something that could, you know, be implemented well across multiple games, especially if the map itself is still very, you know, has a lot of variety. Because Mexico itself does have a very, very big rally culture, because you do have the Mexico Rally, you do have the Baja Rally Raid. You do have a lot of off-road events in and around Mexico that are very, very popular. And it is something that's very, very important to sort of the motorsport heritage and the motorsport culture of that country. So I can understand why they're adding it. But I think they should also focus, I think they should do a third DLC that focuses more on like the street racing, you know, the illicit street racing culture of Mexico. You know, where you're doing, you know, drag racing, you know, you're doing all that stuff. That would be really, really cool, I think. Because, you know, if you ever watch a lot of like the street racing videos and everything, they're like, oh, this was filmed in Mexico, and you know, all that stuff. Where there's a lot less lax speed enforcement. It is, you know, you do see a lot of that, and it'd be really cool to see like the really, really high powered cars, you know, now the highways and, you know, doing drag pools and all that. It'd be really, really cool. Be a cool addition. Just out of curiosity, I know we still have, you know, quite a ways away before Forza Horizon 6. Where would you want Forza Horizon 6 to be? Forza Horizon 5 in general has a big recycling problem. Many new cars are cut from the Forza Horizon 4 drip feed. As for updates, and now both expansion themes are recycled. The Hot Wheels was in Forza Horizon 3 and returned to Forza Horizon 5. Yeah, I'm not nearly as keen on the toy, you know, the more fantastical DLCs. I've not played them. I probably should, but it just I prefer to have sort of my open world arcade races to be just a little bit more grounded. I don't necessarily want to, you know, do big loop-de-loops in the air and everything. Like I enjoy my Hot Wheels games and everything, but I prefer to have that as like a separate experience as opposed to being like part of the core Forza Horizon experience. And I much prefer, you know, more down to earth street and rally and stuff races with a few, you know, twists and turns here and there to spice things up. Like you can have some jumps, you can have some like, you know, ramps and everything, some, you know, set pieces. But it'll still be really cool to have it, you know, a little bit within the realm of believability. Not having giant floating loop-de-loops and corkscrews and speed boosters. There we go. Got a little bit grippier tires. Some more water. There we go. All right, let's see. All right, we got another Mystic Caveway and another Mirage Crossing. Wow, the RNG is not being nice to us in terms of track variety. Forza Horizon 1 is Xbox. Yeah, Forza Horizon 1 is a lot. Looks like a lot of fun. I definitely want to try the Forza Horizon 1. Dream location: Forza Horizon 6, Tokyo, Germany, or New York. New York would be kind of cool, especially if you focus on like upstate New York, as well as like New York City. Because upstate New York has a lot of really good driving roads, a good mix of highways, a good mix of like back roads and everything. Especially if they like did like around the Finger Lakes region. They can even do like an in-game version of like Watkins Glen or something to really sort of add a little bit of variety. Yeah, Forza Horizon 1 is Forza Horizon 1 I think is Xbox 360. And then Forza Horizon 2 is Xbox One and Xbox 360. And the rest of them were like Xbox One and Xbox Series X. Next time it goes on sale, I need to get them for the PC because I wanna try some Forza Horizon games. Because 4 and 5 are also available on the PC, and I wanna try them out. There's a lot of really cool cars, and I definitely need some sort of open world, semi down to earth racing fix. Be a lot of fun. Tokyo, Tokyo would be pretty cool too. Although again, it'd be very tight, very technical. Might be a bit too crowded in Tokyo, but it could work, especially if you have some more back roads as well. Wouldn't be too bad. You would have a little bit of you would have a lack of terrain because it's mostly mountains, coast, and city, but it could still do well. Germany would do really well. I think a return to Europe could do really cool. Forza 5, music. Yeah, there's a lot of really good music in the Forza Horizon games. Even though I've never played the Forza Horizon games, I've listened to a lot of like the music and everything. And I have a lot of the soundtracks saved to like playlists of mine on YouTube that I listen to when I work. I like a lot of like the punk rock and the hard rock and stuff like that from the games, especially Forza Horizon 4's Horizon Rock Radio or whatever. That one had a really good selection of music. Yeah, Forza Horizon 5, I can't say too much about being boring and stuff. But I guess if the game itself is like super polished, there isn't really a whole lot of highs and lows, so it kind of does begin to feel a bit samey. The lack of direction and sort of the extreme open world nature of them, I think, can also cause it to feel a little bit boring because you kind of like, okay, well, I've unlocked a lot of stuff. And yeah, I think you can change the radio on Forza Horizon 5. I believe so. There's a lot of different like music stations. It is still only choosing Mystic Caveway and Mirage Crossing. Wow, really, game? There are other rally tracks. The lows have to add up and get on your nose. That's unfortunate. I definitely want to try. I definitely want to try some of the Forza Horizon games. Because, like I said, I've been mostly a PlayStation guy my entire life. Because my family I was fairly poor. I mean, as lower middle class. But it was, you know, we were basically, it was sort of like a one console, and even then we were like super late adopters of that console. Like, I got the PS3 like in like the early 2010s, like after it had been out for quite a few years. And it wasn't until I started like, you know, working myself and, you know, doing the engineering and everything that I could afford to sort of, you know, buy the new consoles and build a PC and everything. Oh yeah, I have eventually I kind of have built up a collection of pretty much all the PlayStation consoles, and it is a lot of fun to sort of revisit them on all the games on the native hardware. So you kind of have that old school sort of nostalgia feel. But emulation is a lot of fun too, because you don't have to worry about, you know, the discs going bad or the consoles going bad. You do have to worry about your computer going bad, but you can at least back up saves and everything like that, so you won't lose too much if issues happen with your computer. But it is a lot of fun playing a lot of these order racing games. Let's get some air time. The Mitsubishi Pajero. This is such a cool rally raid car, though. It was in Gran Turismo 4 as well. It wasn't really all that competitive compared to like the actual rally cars. It was still really fun to kind of throw it around some of the courses, like especially like Swiss Alps and the wider rally tracks. It was really fun because it was big, it was heavy, but like it took a lot of skill to really drive as well, and that's why I enjoy about the cars so much. I have to go to sleep. Got school tomorrow. It's the last day. Oh, cool. Have fun at school tomorrow. Hopefully you do well. If there's any test, I pray that you do very well in the test. And I hope you have a great night. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Boom. Big hit. I gotta file my taxes tomorrow. That's a fun part of being an adult, is doing all the tax returns and everything, getting all the different forms. Oh my gosh, it's good when advice from an adult. You definitely want to try to file taxes as early as possible, just in case anything goes wrong. You know, you can always have a bit of leeway in terms of the deadline and stuff. So you try to get it done, try to get it sorted as early as possible. Makes things a lot easier. Puts a lot of stress off the mind. So next Monday, I'm going to be playing Hot Wheels. I have not quite found... I'm still looking for an English translation of the One Gun Midnight games. I have found online a Japanese translation, and worst comes to worst, I'll use the Japanese translation and just try to wing it. But I have looked everywhere. I'm going to be looking again at the flea market this Saturday, seeing if I can't find it. But this Monday will be Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels Stunt Track Challenge. Should be a lot of fun. I enjoy my old THQ Hot Wheels games. It's a lot of fun with those. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, it's always good to make sure. And don't worry, it is on the list. I will attempt to play it. That being said, if I can only play the Japanese version, and if I don't know what I'm doing, do be patient with me, because I have searched, like I have spent quite a bit of time online searching for an English translation version, and outside of like fan patches, which require like doing some really weird stuff to the PCSX2 emulator, it is a little bit difficult. I'm not quite sure how to do that. Not well anyway. Alright, see you on Saturday maybe. Yeah. It's Saturday I'll be streaming at 3 p.m. We're doing some Need for Speed Underground. Hope you have a great day at school. Hope you have a great night. Sleep well. And thanks for stopping by the stream. Bye-bye. Oh, easy, easy, easy. All right, scan and flick. There we go. Slide around the corners. Beautiful. Use the forward drive to pull ourselves out of the slide. I do like the edge of the road track. It is really fun. It's got a lot of tight corners here. Very tricky, especially in the heavier rally raid cars. But it's really fun to do. It's really fun to get right as well. Thankfully, we're having very easy victories in the Pajero up against the Nissan Frontier rally raid car, which we've already leveled up to level 10. That one was a lot more difficult to level up because we were up against the Mitsubishi Pajero, and the Pajero is a much faster car than the rally raid truck. All right, easy on the brakes, get it turned in. Very nice. All right, scan and flick. There we go. Pull out of the slide. I like how as we're upgrading the engine as well, we're starting to get sort of the backfires of a much more higher performance engine and everything. We're getting a lot more power. We are getting a little bit more grip as well, which is good on these off-road tracks, especially the tighter tracks. Very useful for getting around these tight corners. Oh, this big old sort of SUV, this rally raid vehicle, it's a lot of fun to drive. So much fun. Alright, easy. Alright, alright, not quite fast enough to slide around these hairpins. Get a little bit of extra turn in with the e-brake, but not a whole lot. This big old rally raid car is very understeery though on the tighter corners. Not very maneuverable at low speed. But at high speed we can scan to flick it. There we go, get around the corner. Nice. Hanzei Driftu! Very nice, very slidey on some of the higher speed corners, which is good. Lap time is very long on this track because of the very low speed corners. Alright, easy. Alright, full speed ahead. Let's do this. Let's build up some speed on the front straight. Try to carry as much speed as possible. Make sure we get a good lap time. So right now, the Nissan truck behind us is so far behind. It is a little bit sad. A little sad. Easy. All right. Slowly pull out of the slide. There we go. Very good. Now, the Mitsubishi Pajero was very successful in rally raid events. And it basically sort of created high demand for their SUVs as well. And they did make some very high performance, at least in terms of off-road performance, Pajero SUVs for the street as well. Kind of made Mitsubishi's name synonymous with sort of off-road prowess, both in rally and in rally raid throughout the late 90s and early 2000s. Really cool SUVs. Really cool vehicles. I'd love to drive one of these. One of these big rally raid cars. Do something like the Paris-Dakar Rally or the Baja 500 or Baja 1000. Because there is two Baja events each. Two Baja events, I think? I know there's the 500 and there's the 1000 in the Baja Desert in Mexico. Mexico-California border area. Very fun. Very nice. I do wanna actually watch the Baja rally, some of the Baja races. If I can, you know, get some tickets and head out to California, head out to that region. That would be really cool. There's a lot of racing events that are on my bucket list that I want to do. I know this year, provided my health is good and other things don't happen, I am planning on doing going up to see a Moto America race in August at Pittsburgh International Raceway. The Moto America race. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I already bought tickets for that and everything. Bought tickets for a couple of my old roommates in college and everything. It's gonna be so much fun. I hope everyone enjoys themselves. Hope I enjoy myself too. It's gonna be cool because I get to drive up. It's gonna be about a 6.5 hour drive to visit you know, some of the guys I haven't seen in person in a little bit yet. But I've kept in contact with them quite a bit. I haven't seen them in person in a little over about a year and a half, I think now. Probably be closer to 2 years by the time we actually do the race. It'll be a lot of fun. I still play D&D with them though. It's a lot of fun. Tomorrow night we're doing more D&D. And we got the virtual tabletop all set up and everything. So even though we are all like miles, you know, hundreds of miles away from each other, we can still sort of almost act like we are, you know, right at the same table and everything. We move the miniatures around the map. We get the, you know, we do have virtual dice as well, so we can see, you know, what we all roll. It's a lot of fun. It's also nice just being able to, you know, keep in touch with them because, you know, they were my roommates. Most of them were my roommates for like three years during college. Like pretty much sophomore year onwards. It was just, you know, it was them and all of us in the apartment complexes together, and it was really cool. Because we also all, you know, all of us, you know, engineering, different engineering backgrounds as well, which made studying really fun. Because if it was with a lot of engineering, when you do get your engineering degree, while you do specialize in one type of engineering, like I specialize in mechanical and chemical engineering. You still need to take some of the other courses that apply to other disciplines of engineering. Like I still need to take some statics and some civil engineering courses, and I still need to take, you know, some chemistry, you know, all that stuff as well. Well, I mean, I already took chemistry, but I mean, like, you know, I had to take some like stuff like electrical, like, you know, electronics, some linear circuits and everything. And so what we did is if any of us were having issues with that, the engineer that was sort of in that discipline was the one that was, you know, sort of the tutor for us. And basically you can ask him sort of like all times of the day, you know, hey, I need help with this. And we get up, you know, we help them out and everything. It was a lot of fun. It was really cool. We were a band of brothers. Very fun. Kind of missed that a little bit. And then I think about how all the sleepless nights I had to do, you know, studying for tests and everything. I'm like, I don't miss that aspect. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug sometimes, because you sometimes gloss over some of the bad parts and only focus on the good parts. You know, the grass is always greener type of mentality. So it is something to kind of watch out for, especially when you find yourself looking at the past. You need to try to find a way to look at it as objectively as possible. And if anything else, use the past more so as a learning experience more than anything else. That way then you can keep moving forwards. You can keep growing as a person. You can, you don't get, caught up. You don't get caught up in the past too much. I say that as I've been mostly playing, historic racing games and talking about motorsport history and everything. But I mean, I do still try to look at these games mostly objectively, and it's really a lot of fun to play these games as well. Like I'm not gonna deny that the RNG for some of these events is a little bit ridiculous, where it's, you know, only like for the rally raid cars, you basically have 3 different courses you can race on, and only 2 events at a time. It's a little repetitive. I will fully admit that. But it's still a lot of fun to drive these cars on these tracks, so it would be really cool though to see how well these big old rally raid vehicles do on like a street circuit or, you know, a permanent racing circuit though. Be cool to see an entire field of the Mitsubishi Pajeros, you know, all 6 of us race around something like Tsukuba. I mean, if stadium super trucks can take, you know, off-road vehicles and just race around regular circuits, why can't Enthusia do that? Oh, the kitty has joined the stream. Hi there, Garbanzo. Hi, my little gray tabby. She is sitting just to the right of me. Best cat. Alright, there's the finish line. We do well. We didn't hit anything. We should be able to level up our Mitsubishi one more time. I think that should be level 8, I think? Yeah, level 8. Which is nice. There we go, cross the line. Nice. Very nice. Ooh, a driver level up as well. Good. We get a little bit more Enthusia points. Nice, very nice. Downside is we have decreased our ranking just a little bit because there is, with both vehicles being very similar in terms of performance, you need to watch out just a little bit. Oh man, but that's such a nice looking car, the Pajero, especially the rally raid car. It's so cool. Get a nice screenshot of that. All right, another edge of the road. I'm not too keen on edge of the road. Constantly doing edge of the road because the race itself is very long. For the amount you're able to level up your vehicle afterwards, after the fact, it's a little bit difficult. Let's do another Mirage, Desert Mirage. I do wish there was more off-road events to use these vehicles on. Like there's an entire snow course that's only pretty much rally cars and street cars. And it'd be cool to see, you know, these big old SUVs tackle a very slippery, very technical, very tight snow course. I apologize if you hear that in the background. The cat currently has the zoomies. Cat is running around. she's being a little bit mischievous. There we go, nice and easy. I do like the point-to-point nature of the Desert Mirage track, though. It's really cool. It feels like you're actually, like, you know, doing a Paris Dakar or, you know, a Baja 500, you know, a major sort of off-road race. Yep, you can definitely hear that. Cat is knocking things over. Oh well, that's fine. I can pick that up afterwards. She's only playing with her toys, and she knocked a minor thing off the shelf. That's fine. Nothing that can be broken down here. Mostly just books and game cases and everything. Most of the consoles are fairly secure, and fairly difficult for a cat to knock over. But she did knock a book off the shelf. Nice and easy, good drift around the turn. This should level us up to level 9, and then we only have one level left to get this to the max level. There we go, across the line. I like the paddock area as well at the end. Very nice. Alright, we should only have one more. There we go. Sweet. Okay, it's complete. Very nice. Very good. Yeah, our ranking's been maintained. We're gonna lose a little bit of ranking switching to a compact car. That's okay. And so switch to the compact car, do a few races in it, get it around to level 5. And then we'll call it quits for the stream. We got three options. We got the Toyota Fun Cargo, the Volkswagen Polo, and the Pontiac Volts. So let's get a random number generator up. Oi! Stop knocking things over. Sorry, kitty cat. Alright, 2 it is. Sweet. That was very easy. So that's gonna be the Volkswagen Polo. 74 horsepower, 116 kilograms. This car is not gonna be fast. What colors do we have available for it? We've got Candy White, Reflex Silver Metallic, Black Magic Pearl Effect, Ocean Green Pearl Effect, Indigo Blue, Jazz Blue, and Flash Red. I kinda like this. I like the dark blue actually. This one's gonna be a little bit interesting. Doing because this car it's very slow. Doesn't have a whole lot of power, and it is kind of heavy for its power as well. So we're gonna have to do some adjustments. Let's lower it down a bit. Let's stiffen it up some. Stiffen the suspension up just a little bit. Alright, lower the gear ratio by a considerable margin, and let's give it just a little bit of front diff. So we can kind of pull ourselves out of slides if we need to. Oh boy, the Rover got a championship. Yeah, no, I don't think we have a chance. We can win a lot of points if we somehow manage to win that, but we won't. Hey, stop! She's being very noisy, the kitty cat. She is causing lots of issues. Edge of the road challenge. Alright, we're up against the Estima Hybrid. The Estima Hybrid has a decent amount of acceleration. Oh my gosh, this is dreadful. Compact car race. The smart car is faster than us. Really? Okay, fine. The smart car is faster than us. Let's do it. Let's win this. Besides, we haven't raced at Rev City in a while. The Volkswagen Polo. The later Polos got a lot faster though. But the early generation Polos were quite dreadful. Oh gosh. Even the Polo behind us is pulling ahead. Got a Mitsubishi Colt. Got the Toyota Move, I think that is behind us as well. The Hatsu Move, I think. Something like that. Oh, this is gonna be dreadful. This car is so slow. No. Bump. Oh, pain, Pecco. On the bright side, with the car being very slow, it should be very quick, very easy to level up, which should allow it to be a little bit more competitive against faster opponents. But right now, oh my word, this is dreadful. performance. Come on, turn in. Gotta make sure we keep the race very clean as well, so we get enough points to level up the car. Oh gosh, the Volkswagen Polo. Like, look at it. It's a Golf, but less powerful. And this was during a generation when even the Mark IV Golf, with the exception of the R32 Golf, even the Mark IV Golf GTI wasn't all that fast. It's still nice looking, but it wasn't all that fast. And the Polo was even slower. All pain. Pain, Pecco. Just gotta carry as much speed as we can through these long, sweeping corners. Does this car only have 4-speed transmission? I wonder if that's the case. We'll have to test that on one of the straights. Yeah, it's only got a 4-speed transmission. Oh, dear. This car is not fast. Oh, not at all. I do like the Rev City track though. I wish the Rev City track was used more in higher tier racing. So it is a lot of fun, a lot of fun corners. Very, very high speed track as well, which would do well for the very, very fast cars that you get a chance to race at the later tiers. And on the bright side though, we will have a chance to unlock some cars, which is good. Oh gosh, get me across the line. Oh, he was coming up quick. That Mitsubishi Colt was coming up very quick. Ah, the Mobilio, not the Move, the Mobilio. Alright, let's see what we're able to win. And even the smart car is considered faster than what you're driving. That is sad. Oh, we got the Mitsubishi Colt. Nice. It is still an E-Class car with a dreadful power-to-weight ratio, but hey, we got it. It's decent. Alright, level up time. Come on, let this be 2 levels. Let this be worth 2 levels, please. Yes, good. Getting some grippier boys, getting the car lightened up just a little bit. Alright, now we need to actually bring in the points. That's going to be difficult. That's going to be very difficult. Okay. This isn't good. Broken shot challenge. Let's see if we're able to. Alright, if the Colt already was difficult for us. I don't think we got a chance at this. We can try Victoria Garden Challenge? Nah, let's just try Bergenstock. If we can at least finish within the top 4, we'll get some points and at least stop the bleeding a little bit until our car can get leveled up even further. This is gonna be difficult. This is gonna be very, very difficult getting this car up. You know what? We're gonna level up this car to level 10. Why not? It's very, very quick to level up. And I don't want to have to dread driving this car for an entire week. Yep, there's the 131A berth on the inside. Good, we managed to hold them off just a little bit. Thankfully, the early section of Bergenstock is difficult to pass. So if you can get a good run through some of the high commitment corners, you can pull ahead. But on the straights though, you are a dead man walking. Nice and easy. That Mazda 6, the Mazda Atenza behind us, is already going for a very deep dive. Very early in the race. You don't have to do that. You do not have to do that, my friend. Oh, and it's just pulling away. Like, I'm going full throttle. And it's just steadily pulling away. Oh, that's sad. This car is very sad. Thankfully, third place is fairly far behind, so if we can maintain the speed through the high-speed section and make sure we don't make any mistakes with the tight hairpin section, we could get a half-decent second place finish. Understeer, big understeer. Cool. Nice. Lovely. That's not great. Gosh, the Mazda is already 6 seconds ahead. What's that behind us? Is that the A-Barth? That is the A-Barth behind us. Alright, so we have, you know, a legendary rally car that was fairly successful in the rally during the 70s. And had a basically sort of an homologation special in the 131 A-Barth street version. And it's up against the Volkswagen Polo. A subcompact car with under 100 horsepower. Seems like a fair fight. Oh gosh. You know what's bad when you're going full throttle and it's barely going past 50 on the uphill. Come on. Easy. Yeah, the Polo is definitely not a car that'll take us far in the career mode. But still, we gotta level up to level 10. The goal is to get every vehicle to level 10 eventually. So the more cars we can level up on stream, per stream, the faster we can do that, and then we can focus on getting all first place finishes in all the RS events. Now that after we sort of complete a collection of very, very fast level 10 vehicles. Oh, this is painful though. Thankfully the A-Barth is not really challenging us. So kind of in a little bit of a no man's land. Come on. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Alright, good second place finish. Oh gosh, we're topping out at like a 110. And the car is so understeery on the braking. That's not good. Alright, come on. Let's get through these final corners. Make sure the A-Barth does not challenge us. Let's get a good second place finish. That'll still give us plenty of points. Should give us around 200 some points, which isn't great, but it'll allow us to at least minimize the bleeding as the car levels up even further. Any chance to gain points is good in my book. Because right now this is very, very, very tricky. Oh, it's struggling. It is struggling to get up the hill. Come on. Let's go. Ah. Alright, good. Second place. Gosh, first place was so far ahead. Still, we managed to hold our own. Managed to do decently. That should be enough for at least one more level up, maybe two. And we have a chance. We have a chance to win the 131 rally. Yes, we do. We won that. Nice. Beautiful car. of the wide box design and the overextended fender flares. Really cool. A very nice amount of points. Very nice. Alright, got a little bit more engine power. That's good at least. 270 points. Yep. Alright, thankfully our ranking isn't decreasing too much. That's good. You hear the cat's playing with one of our toys in the background. Ooh, can we take on the Nürburgring challenge? That might be difficult, but if we can finish 4th, we'll get a decent amount of points. I know we could probably beat the Demio. And if we could also beat the PT Cruiser, we got a decent shot. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's go for 4th. Alright, here we go. Alright. Yeah, you're all gonna dive bomb on the inside there. I know your tricks. AI is always very aggressive into the first corner on the Nordschleife. Let's get back. Let's get at least one of these positions back. We need to pass the PT Cruiser. Come on, if we lose to a PT Cruiser, I'm gonna be a little bit disappointed because the PT Cruiser is not a fast car. I'm surprised the Subaru Forester is having so much issues. There we go. Use the nimbleness of the Polo to get up into 3rd place. Very nice. Oh dear. Easy. Take it easy through here, Isaac. Polo is still a very short wheelbase car. Oh, it's slowing down on the uphill. The car does not like hills. The engine is very anemic. No guts, no power. It is fun taking a car like this on the Nordschleife though. It's a very mundane, compact car. Alright, what's the top speed? Probably like 115? Can we even reach a top speed on this course? Alright, 115 is the fastest we've gone in this car so far. Surprised it can break triple-digit speeds. Oh, turn in, please. I bet this has the 1.9 liter diesel engine in it as well. Little diesel engine. Diesel is the devil's fuel. I mean, it has a fairly high rev limit though, so maybe it's not diesel, maybe it's petrol. It is semi-zippy on the corners. We're able to do decently on the corners, but on the higher speed sections, we are a sitting duck. We need to be careful not to have too much issue. Nice and easy. Alright, the Subaru is still behind us. Subaru. Subaru. I gotta stop. I'm surprised because the Forester's normally quite quick as well with it being all-wheel drive, and it's got a fairly good suspension system. Very good over sort of rougher courses, which Nordschleife is one. But we're able to outmaneuver it fairly well on the twisty bits. It is going to absolutely destroy us on that 1.3 mile straight at the end though. But if we can get far enough ahead of the rest, we can at least get a solid 4th place finish. Get some decent points. And we should be able to level up our car fairly well. So we're not having any off-course excursions, none of that stuff. This is going to be a long lap though. Oh, come on, go up the hill. I'm shocked that we're even able to see the Golf and the Miata ahead of us. Like, they're only 9 seconds ahead of us, despite the fact that they have considerably more power, and it's only been 4 minutes into the race. Like, we're actually doing decently enough. They're gonna pull way ahead on us straight away, though. And the Subaru is gonna pass us. We're in the dreadfully slow Polo. Yeah, hi. I'm not even gonna attempt to block. There's nothing that can be done. It's just such a faster car compared to what we're driving. Can this even reach triple digit speeds? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, it's slow. It's so slow. Come on. There might be a slight uphill. That's why it's going so slow. It's even slowing. Like, I'm going full throttle and it is slowing down. Oh, this is painful. It's funny, but it is painful. I need a downshift, not because I'm intentionally trying to slow down, but because I need more torque to speed up. Like, that hill was so slight, my car is still far out of its power band. I need a downshift in the slush box 4-speed transmission. Oh, this is kind of sad. Oh well. We're having fun. We're just cruising around the Nordschleife. Very, very easy, very smooth. On the bright side, with the vehicle being this slow, it's very easy to get the line correct. You don't really have any off tracks or anything like that, so you'll get lots of points for leveling up the car very quickly, which is good, which is very good. Oh, but the car is struggling so hard. I feel bad. I feel so bad for the car. The car is like, kill me! Ah! I can't wait to see just how bad the main straight, the long straight before the finish line. It's also uphill. We are going to get brutalized on that straight. There is no ands, ifs, or buts about it. We are going to get brutalized on that straight. I'll be lucky if we can go highway speeds on that straight with the little Polo. Like, at this point, even the Mini, the Morris Cooper, the original, the old Mini Cooper, was better on the straights, was a little bit faster than the Polo. Just because the Polo is so much heavier. Oh, this is painful. Come on, carry me over the hill. Alright, are we even going to catch air here? Nope. The car is going so slow it doesn't even catch air on a spot where pretty much every single car catches air. Come on, we've got this. This is so sad. 21 seconds behind the Miata, and it's not even one of the faster Miatas either. It's one of the slower NA. I think it's one of the NA chassis Miatas. Yeah, a little bit of off-course excursion. That's fine. Come on. We got this. We got this. Oh, this poor little Volkswagen. Alright, here's the test. Can I even reach triple-digit speeds on the main straight? Because the main straight is partially uphill. I think the streams get longer and longer. It's almost if it's fun. It is fun. It's a lot of fun. Like even right now, I'm a little bit under the weather, a little bit sick. I'm having a blast playing this. I'm having a blast laughing at the little Volkswagen Polo. But I'm enjoying doing this. This is a lot of fun. Once we get this car to level 10, though, I'm probably gonna be ending the stream there. Especially because I need to get up early to do tax stuff in the morning, and also I should probably get some rest if I do want to recover from the illness. My streams are fun. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys. I'm glad you enjoy them. This is. I'm always having a lot of fun. It is. You know, it's just really cool because you know get to talk about get to gush about games that I like playing and everything. And I also get the excuse to play new games on stream as well, with that I normally wouldn't take my time to play through, which is cool. I got to discover Chrono Trigger and Max Payne by streaming. 2 games that I have never played before, and it's just a lot of fun. And I get to drive all the fun cars and not so fun cars in Enthusia as well. Really cool. We did half decent for the odds system. Like we were set to absolutely fail. The Polo did as well. The Polo, with its fairly good handling, managed to do well enough, decently enough. There we go. That's enough for at least a couple level ups. Good. Good. But how you doing today, Sprockets? Hope you're doing well. Hope work is well for you. Okay, we managed to upgrade vehicles a little bit later, and the tires a little bit grippier. And thankfully, we're managing to get a half decent amount of points, despite coming in 4th, just due to the sheer difficulty of these races. The Beast King Cup. Oh boy, what is 25? 25. We have 0 chance. Zip, nil. Front drive limited race. Let's see what we're up against here. Honda Odyssey, Mazda, Saab, Ford. Let's give it a shot. We might be able to win the Saab. Plus, low end steering is one where your vehicle can usually punch a little bit above its weight class. Because the AI does not like the bank turn. Downside is there is a couple of very long straights on here, which will affect our ability to keep the lead coming to the line. Like we're gonna get past left, right, and center. Bye bye. And we're in last place. All right, let's get back up into the lead. Oh, that's not good. When you're not even catching up to the AI through most of the bank turn, when the AI doesn't even try in the bank turn, you know you're in for a difficult time. That's not good. We might end up losing to a minivan. Won't be the first time that's happened. Probably won't be the last time that's happened. You're on my inside. I see you there, Civic Type R. Come on. Do the twistier bits. We can keep up with the Odyssey. And the Odyssey is also keeping the Civic Type R at bay as well. So if we can play traffic right, we might actually be able to get a half decent position. So we do have half decent tires, and the car is a lot lighter now that we've upgraded it. Still has 0 power. But if we can keep the speed up through the twisty bits, we should be good. And we should be able to go down to first gear through the hairpin. Because let's be honest, this car does not have nearly enough power to break traction. Ooh, we're actually holding off the Civic Type R in a Polo. Not for long. It's going to blow past us on a straight. We're running a very defensive line. It's going to compromise the exit speed. Yep, there it goes. Bye-bye, Civic. Nice seeing you. Oh, the Civic is a little bit too fast for us. Come on. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Come on, we got this. I like how the stream title right now is the supercar that never was, because early on in the stream we were driving the ASL Garaiya, which is a Japanese sports car, roughly akin in performance to, like, you know, the Lotus Elise and stuff, but it never reached production, unfortunately. And right now I'm driving something that's very much not even close to a supercar, the Volkswagen Polo. We are driving a much slower vehicle. A very, very slow vehicle because it's sluggish even on the uphills here. Alright, let's carry some speed through backwards Radion. Try to hold off this Saab behind us. Oh, the hill is slowing it down so much. Come on, give me speed, give me power. Oh no. Come on. The car looks so slow. The car is so slow. Come on. It's so slow it gets bogged down even on the bank turn. Can't even keep 100 miles an hour on the bank turn. Right side, the car is slow, you don't need to brake as long. So the braking points are a lot later. So that means you do have a chance to dive deep into the braking zone and get an overtake the stick. Oh my gosh, if we can actually keep a third place position here with the Polo, I'm gonna be very happy. Yeah, we'll lose to a Civic Type R. We'll lose to, I don't even know what's in first. That blew past us so quickly. I didn't catch what it was. But we'll be beating a Honda Odyssey. We'll be beating a Saab. We'll be beating one other car as well. Nice mid-pack finish for one of the harder events. I'll definitely take it. Come on, we got this. Alright, the Saab is slowly catching us. It'll be a tough fight to the finish. If we can maintain third though, a podium position in the Polo would be really, really great. Nice and easy. Come on. Come on. Carry the speed to the corner. Oh no, there comes the Saab. We gotta run a defensive line through backwards Radion. Make sure they cannot pass us. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. I'm gonna use a little bit of the curbs. Carry as much speed as can on the uphill. Come on. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be so close. There's the finish line. They're catching us up though. Oh. Oh, yay. Oh, never mind. That was a Cordier R. Okay, we managed to beat a Type R, actually. I'm screenshotting that because that is not bad for a little tiny hatchback. That should definitely allow us to level up quite a bit. That'll give us a lot of points as well. Can we win the Saab? Can we win the Saab? Come on, give me the Saab. Yes, we got the Saab. Really, really nice. Lots of points too. That should help us level up. That we should be close to like level 7 now. Very, very quick to level up this car. Level 8, even better. Oh my gosh. Very nice. Oh, we got so many points from that. That is nice. That is very nice. I don't think we'll be anywhere competitive in a 30.4 odds race. Yeah, we got nothing we can compete with there. Specific challenge? Let's see. It's got a big uphill though. That is a very power dependent track. Or the Autumn Mountain Challenge. That's gonna be tricky too. German car limited race. We got a chance to win a Smart 4-2. Why not? Let's do it. Any chance to either increase our collection or to get some points, either or will be good. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Ooh, speed ahead. Nice and easy through the town, over the cobbled streets. There isn't a whole lot of grip on them. That's okay. Yes. Easy. Come on. We're still into the lead, which is good. But we have that high speed straight, the back straight coming up very, very quickly. Oh, and some of those German cars are going to be very, very quick coming up behind us. If we can win this though, we'll still get quite a large amount of points, which is good. Which is very good. Oh, but I see an opponent already behind us. Hi there. Oh, you're very fast. Yeah, you're the Audi A8. Big heavy sedan versus tiny subcompact. We are managing to reach triple-digit speeds a lot easier now that the engine has a bit more power, which is good. Actually managed to reach 112, which I think is the fastest the car has gone yet. Oh dear. Come on, we gotta watch ourselves in the braking zones, especially with these tight hairpins. Very tricky. Very, very tricky. Alright, the car doesn't quite like curbs. At least not curbs that big, that steep. Got a little bit of two-wheel action there with a little Polo. Oh, here comes the hill. The car is going to struggle on the hill. Come on. Power through to victory. Come on, you little Volkswagen. Oh, the Audi's passing us. Got a lot more power. We did manage to get back ahead with a late braking maneuver. Oh, Audi's pushing us. Audi is pushing us just a little bit. Hi there. Oh, this is actually going to be a close race. I say that, it's going to blow ahead on the main straight. But we're doing quite well, actually. We're holding on to the lead. Easy. All right, down in the third gear. Through the tunnel. Down in a second. Through the twisties. The twisties is where we can build up a little bit more of a lead on the Audi. Get as close to the walls as we can. Use up all the road and maintain as much speed as we can. Because let's be honest, this car is not a power car. This car is very much a momentum car. It has 0 power. I'm half tempted to say it has negative power. Oh, come on the uphill. Audi's right behind again. Come on, we got this, we got this, we got this. Gear shifts right. Oh, they're looking to pass. Come on. Carry some speed through here, past the windmills. 113. Alright. New fastest speed that this car has reached. Oh, look, gosh, a little bit on the steer on the high speed section. Use a little bit of the curbing to help us turn in. Good. Audi is still less than a second behind. Oh boy. They're gonna have an advantage running up to us on the uphill section though. That's coming up. The car, the Polo bogs down quite a bit there. It's gonna be a little bit tricky. Come on. Come on, we've got this. We've got this. Yep. Use a little bit of the curb. Slight off-course infraction, that is okay. It won't affect our points for leveling up the vehicle too much. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes. Yes. Oh, this is gonna be close. They're gonna try to make it a pass. Oh! No, 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 no. Oh, so close. Well done. GG. Oh, it was the A4, not the A8. Still, GG. That was a very, very, very good race. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Alright, are we able to win the smart car? Yes. We get the little itty bitty smart car. It's got 60 horsepower. It's so tiny. Oh, but it's so nice. There we go, level 10. Sweet. Very nice, very, very nice. Yeah, our rankings are gonna decrease. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, let's get our medium sedan car. First, let's get a nice screenshot of this. The little itty bitty Polo. Yeah, the little itty bitty Polo right there. Perfect. Alright, now let's change car. Let's get a medium sedan wagon. We got 3 options. We got the Mazda 6, the Audi A4, which we just lost to, and the Legacy B4. So let's bring back up the random number generator. 2 again. Okay. Wow. So that is the Audi A4. That is a car that we will be using to start our next stream. Nice. Very, very nice. Got lots of different colors. Silver, Dolphin Gray, Denim Blue, Mink Blue, Ebony Blue, Laurel Green, Ebony Red, Amulet Red, and Polar White. I actually like the Dolphin Gray on this. It looks very nice. Kind of a more mature, sort of subtle coloring. Alright, let's go to the garage. Let's do a little bit of setup real quick before we end the stream. Let's lower this a little bit, stiffen this up some. There we go. Oh gosh, gear ratio. Lower that for more speed. And then let's lock the diffs. There we go. Very, very nice. Alright, and with that being said, we're probably going to be ending the stream here. It is a little bit late, and I do need to take some more medicine because, like I said, I am a little bit sick. Had a little bit of a cold. I probably sound a little bit different. Tomorrow, provided I don't feel like absolutely horrible tomorrow morning, we're going to be streaming some more GTA 3, so that should be a lot of fun. And then I should be able to get the stream schedule out Saturday. Saturday we'll do more Need for Speed Underground as well, so hopefully I'm well enough for those streams though, because I'm looking forward to those. I like playing those games. So that being said, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what I'm doing well in the comments below. If you didn't like the stream, I do apologize. If you didn't like the stream, be sure to let me know what I'm doing poorly so I can fix that in the future. Regardless, so thank you all so much for watching. I've been Isaac Umbras, wherever you are in the world, whatever time of day it is for you. I do hope it is a great time. And I hope to see you on the next stream. Take care. Bye!